Hey master, I've got something for you.
Oh you cunt. That's my side of the screen. Get the fuck back over here.
I don't see your name on it, fart face.
I know what you're doing. You're brown nosing again, you sneaky cock munching shitbag.
Right, what the fucking hell's going off here? If you've got something for me, but, you know, what's this fucking arguing like a bloody old married couple or some shit?
That bellend has necked my spot, without doing anything to earn it.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, is that all? God, you're like a couple of fucking kids. Right, let's get this sorted. Tactichu, go back over to where you belong, and let Slackachu have his nice little comfy spot back that he loves so fucking much and means so fucking much to him.
Okay, but I never took him to be so much of a fucking artist.
Right, is that better for you? 'Cause it better fucking be.
Yes thanks. You know I don't like sudden unexpected changes.
Okay, now that the children's problems have been sorted out, Tactichu, what do you have for me today?
Well master, it appears that Sarah Silverman has released a song which has a rather deceptive title, and has the complete opposite meaning to what it's supposed to.
Ah, so the good old cognitive dissonance has come out to play then, has it?
Yeah, sort of.
Wait, who is Sarah Silverman again? The name rings a bell, but not an important one.
This lab is, pretty groovy.
Oh yeah, Nazi construction symbols girl. Future's End was also a great two-parter, one of my favorites.
Yes, hello slimy fertilers, welcome back, and it's time to have a look at this video that Sarah Silverman released a while back. It's a music video in which she actually sings. It's called I Love You America or some shit like that, but from going through it, it's quite clear that she doesn't. So, without further ado, let's get on and look at her masterpiece.
Is that bubblegum pop style music I hear?
I think it's her attempt at being satirical, or at the very least ironic.
Oh fucking hell, who told her that she could sing? Come on, own up.
From sea to shining sea, from the east coast to the west, and whatever's in between.
Bet she doesn't love Texas, or indeed any of the red states though.
I love you, America, the old red, white, and blue.
Ah yes, the red, white and blue, that symbol of oppression against women and minorities.
I love you, America, and everyone in you. Wow! I love you, men, I love you, women, I love straights and I love gays.
Excluding the ones that voted for Donald Trump, of course.
I love all the Americans from places far away. I love you if you're Haitian or Korean or Irish. I love that you're Mexican and I love
Somebody doesn't know the difference between ethnicity and citizenship there. Nice virtue signal though. 10 points to Gryffindor.
that you're from
North Carolina.
Carolina.
I think that was supposed to be a funny bit there, but those 10 points that Gryffindor just won I'm taking back because unfortunately Sarah just racially profiled somebody and assumed that they were foreigner just because they looked a little bit different. Oh dear, bit racist that.
I love black people, I love whites.
As long as they are not Nazis, yeah? Yeah, but what qualifies you as a Nazi these days, being as the Nazi party hasn't existed since 1945? Well, like, anyone who, like, doesn't, you know, totally agree with me and my comrades, they're, like, you know, totally a fascist and, you know, like, totally a Nazi.
And Asians too. I love Latinos, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and the Jews.
I'm not going to do it. I'm definitely not going to make a vaguely anti-Semitic comment here, even for the lulz.
Wait a minute, what am I doing? I'm listing kinds of people? I'm categorizing human beings and putting them into little individual boxes. I mean, whether I mean it or not, I'm part of the problem.
Congratulations, you've just red-pilled yourself to the horrors of identity politics, and how it pigeonholes people into boxes, based on things they have little or no control over, and then bases their worth on those categorizations.
I love you, mailman person. I love you, bus driver too. I love you, police officer. Oh,
Yeah, that's easy for me to say. I mean, I can walk into any encounter with the police assuming they're gonna serve and protect me. That's my luxury. That's called white privilege.
Yeah, unfortunately there, Sarah, the statistics don't back you up on that statement, because police shoot more white people than they do black people, which is who you're really getting at here. And the problem with black people is that they tend to get stopped by police more because they, on average, commit more crime per capita than what white people do. In the other vein, you are more likely to get shot by a police officer regardless of what your skin colour or ethnicity is, simply based on the fact whether you respond in an aggressive manner to the police, because the police are trained to put a stop to aggressive behaviour, and if that aggressive behaviour suddenly becomes a danger to the police officer or anyone else around, the police will happily shoot you in order to stop you from hurting someone else.
It's almost as if she is under the mistaken impression that protect and serve means I can do whatever the fuck I want, and the police can't stop me, even if what I'm doing is endangering other people.
You know, a few years ago, I was sitting around and I go, wow, there's a real epidemic of cops murdering unarmed black teenagers.
I'm going to need a citation on that one, please, if you don't mind.
And then I realized that's not an epidemic. That's how it's always been. I'm just aware of it now because of social media, and I was so f***ing ashamed. And I just want to be a good ally.
If you really actually wanted to be a good ally to black people, then you would be seeking out ways and means to cut down on the disproportionate amount of crime that blacks commit versus all other demographics in the United States. But no, of course you're not going to do that, because if you did, then it would mean acknowledging that blacks actually bear some responsibility for the situation some of them find themselves in.
How can I be a good ally?
It's not my job to teach you how to be a good ally.
Right, no, I know, you're right, of course, but there's no way I can know unless someone whose experience I could never understand is willing to...
Sarah, seriously? Take a class or something. I'm busy. I'm not all black people. I'm just me. I'm just Retta.
I haven't got a fucking clue who that black woman is, but she just managed to demolish everything that this virtue signaling piece of shit video masquerading as an attempt at satire is trying to convey.
Yeah, I mean, just going up to any random black person and asking them, you know, what needs to be done and stuff like that is, well, it's stupid, really. And, you know, it's just one of those kind of listen and believe things. But where she says, you know, take a class or something, I know what the script basically is meaning, that you need to take classes in social justice and social awareness and things like that. But to truly understand the kind of shit that's going off in you know, in the US with regards to, you know, racial relations and stuff like that, particularly between blacks and everyone else, you know, you do need to be looking at the, you know, the statistics and the, you know, the research behind everything, you know, continually making claims that police are disproportionately targeting black people is ridiculous, you know, especially when they say that black people are being targeted because they're black. It's a non sequitur. It's police aren't targeting people just simply because they're black. There might be some that do. You know, there are some police officers that are a bit of a dick and they'll just fucking arrest you, you know. There's the thing, was it driving while black and stuff like that, you know, if they spot a black guy driving a car, then, you know, obviously he must have done something wrong, which is totally fucking stupid. And, you know, any police officer that does that needs to be fucking, you know, sacked and get a job that is more, you know, capable of, like, emptying bins or some shit like that. But to simply say that you can, you know, just listen to, you know, to the views of certain people, and then, you know, that's all you need to know is just ridiculous. There's a whole lot of stuff going on that a lot of the kind of social justice advocates and things like that really aren't, well, they're either not aware of or they just willfully ignore because it wouldn't fit their narrative. And I don't know whether this was intentional on Sarah Silverman's part when she was writing this, you know, so-called comedy song, whatever, attempt at satire, but it seems as though she's unwittingly done that.
Oops, that's sexual assault right there, but it doesn't matter, because a black woman did it, and as we know, black people are totally blameless. No matter what they do, it's always someone or something else's fault.
Of course you do, because it's that demographic where you make your money. No, I'm not going to make an anti-Semitic comment about that either.
Nice generalization there.
I've got something you can put in your mouth, love.
I said California, right? I love you, Indians. I mean, Native Americans. Oh, First Americans. I can keep up. I said I can keep up. I'm great.
Okay, so this little scene is really interesting. First off, she walks up to a guy who, if you know what you're looking at, the guy is actually Indian. He's stereotypically Indian. All he needs to be more stereotypically Indian would be a bindi on his forehead and, a turban or some shit like that. But he is actually Indian from India. She then proceeds to call him various names which people have decided that the, people who lived in America, Native Americans, which were also called Indians or Red Indians, have been called over the years. But the weird thing is, most of the kind of Indian tribes that live, in the United States don't like being called Indians or, Native Americans and stuff like that. They just prefer to be called by whatever their tribe name is. And in some cases it can actually be rather offensive to some, tribes members if they're just referred to, by that, single title, or if you refer to them by the wrong tribe. Then the final bit is where she goes, "Oh, I can't keep up," and it's like, "Oh, I can keep up," as a kind of nod to the constantly changing rules of political correctness. That's actually quite clever, what she's done there, and it shows quite a lot of self-awareness, but unfortunately Sarah Silverman does tend to, not kind of... She'll come up with this brilliant stuff like that, the constant changes of political correctness, and she'll make fun of it, but then she'll just carry on, doing stupid shit as normal. It's kind of disheartening, really.
I love you, America, amber waves of rain. Those cornfields and those cornfields and...
Jesus Christ, there's so many cornfields. We make so much corn. This is crazy. Holy
Here's a semi-interesting factoid for you. The US is the world's largest corn grower, because as a crop, it is fairly easy to grow, and has an exceptionally high yield per acre. The problem is that at one point, US farmers were growing so much corn, that a lot of it was going to waste, because nobody wanted that much frickin' corn. This is why in the US instead of sugar and consumer food items, you tend to find it is much more common for them to use high fructose corn syrup, because during the 70s, sugar prices were at an all-time high, so a cheaper alternative in the form of high fructose corn syrup was used. This solved two problems. 1. It helped keep corn farmers in business, and 2. It helped lower the cost of sugary items, particularly carbonated drinks. However, high fructose corn syrup has been highlighted as one of the major causes of the obesity epidemic in the US, as, unlike sugar, corn syrup contains mostly carbohydrates and water, meaning it has little to no nutritional value, and is little more than sweet tasting but empty calories.
I love you, America, purple mountains, majesty. From the Great Lakes to the Great Plains to America's the Grand Canyon. I love you, people who didn't sign waivers for this. I love super hot guys and I love big fat pieces of shit.
It'd be interesting to see what would happen if she walked past, like a real person and not just an actor who was stood there looking at his phone while smoking and called him a big fat piece of shit. Because I'm kind of guessing that Sarah Silverman would get a good old smack round the mouth.
that's too high.
I love you, America.
I'm guessing that was supposed to be a funny bit.
The old red, white, and blue. I love you, America, without everything you do.
Sometimes I get really, really mad at you and the stupid shit that you do, and how you vote for these rich f***s that lie to your faces and then systematically rape you.
What? Like Bill Clinton, you mean?
Of your rights and your job and your health care.
Like Barack Obama?
And then you call me Hollywood elite? Dude, I'm from f***ing New Hampshire.
It makes zero fucking difference. where you were born, Sarah. You left that place behind a long time ago and fully embraced the reality disconnect of the privileged regressive liberal mindset of the Hollywood elite, none of whom have to worry about keeping a roof over their head, food in their children's stomachs or clothes on their backs. You jumped up, disingenuous, condescending fucking turd. Stop trying to make out that you're just struggling to survive like everyone else in the hood, when you can afford to make a fucking music video which serves little to no fucking purpose, except to allow you to have this meaningless rage session at the end blaming everyone that's watching it for your imagined problems. Go fuck yourself, you fucking hypocrite.
And you're mad at me for wanting the best for you and for getting pissed when you vote against your own best interest?
For fuck's sake, Sarah, Hillary Clinton lost the fucking election. Bernie Sanders didn't even get a chance to fucking win the election because Hillary Clinton fucked him over. Stop whinging. You lost. Your president is now Donald Trump, and it doesn't matter how much you fucking virtue signal and come out with crap like this trying to make out that you want what's best for us. Nobody gives two fucks what you want for us. Nobody owes you anything, Sarah. Nobody. Nobody at all. They owe you fuck all. Yeah? The only time that they owe you anything is if they come to see your shows and they have to pay a fucking entrance fee to get in. That's the only time that they fucking owe you anything. So stop it with this fucking we know better than you. Because you don't. You really haven't got a fucking clue.
I'm caring about you. I'm condescending to you.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the fucking head there. You're condescending to people. You know better than what they do. Well, fuck off. You know nothing. You live in your nice, comfortable little bubble where you've got lots of money and you can basically do whatever you want. You go out and do some fucking stage work and appear in a few TV shows and stuff like that. Get paid a lot more for it than what I would do for the equivalent time of work. I mean, you know, we'll look at my bank balance and compare it to yours and see who's more fucking disadvantaged. Because I tell you something, Sarah, it's not fucking you. And I've probably put in a lot more fucking hours in my life than you have in yours. And you're older than me. So yeah, I was rather enjoying the, you know, this video up until that point. It was quite light-hearted, but then she had to go and ruin it at the end with that massive fucking wee, you know, because she didn't get what she wanted at the last election. Well, fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck the liberal elite that run Hollywood. And, you know, at the moment we've got the Harvey Weinstein thing where he's basically been going around and, you know, groping women up, raping them, sexually assaulting them, whatever it is that he's being accused of doing. So it just really goes to show how much fucking, you know, how much of a reality disconnect that the fucking Hollywood liberal elite scene, which, you know, is roughly equivalent to the British champagne socialist scene, you know, they're both groups of idiots that haven't got a fucking clue what's going on, because in order for them to do that, they'd actually have to look down from the top of their fucking ladder at some point to understand what the real world fucking looks like. But yeah, that's anyways, that's it. That's the entire video. Well, I've snipped out the bit at the end with the fucking credits and stuff like that. You don't need to see them. They've added nothing to the thing. But as usual, a link will be in the description for the full video if you want to go and watch it without bits of me popping up in the meantime and stuff. So yeah, on screen I have my social contact stuff, my PayPal link as well if you want to donate something to me if you're feeling generous. It would be appreciated at the moment because I'm skint as fuck and need to pay some things that I can't afford. But yes, thank you for watching. This has been a long video, a lot longer than I wanted it to, but if you managed to make it this far, I doubly thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time with something hopefully that will be a little bit more light-hearted than this one turned out to be. Thanks a lot. See you later.